Alright, so I'm back making another video for the 240 and taking a break from working on the tubs. So this video I'm going to be working on the rear wheel arches. So for anyone wondering, these are a 50mm over fender from Car Modified Wonder. And the wheels are 18 by 11, somewhere around 0 offset. Not 100% sure on that. So I'll take the fender off and the wheel, and I'll show you what I have marked up on the quarter panel, and I'll show you how I got that. And then we'll get into cutting. Okay, so you can see what I have marked out here. The first thing you want to do is just figure out how much higher from the factory arch do you want to go. So I believe I did 3 inches, so just find the center of the arch, mark up 3 inches or whatever it is that you want to do. Put one of your studs at top center, and then get yourself either a piece of string, or I used a piece of thin gauge wire. So just wrap one end of your string around the stud, the other end around the Sharpie, making sure that the length is what you want it to be. And then just keep the string tight and your marker straight, and use this stud as a center point, and then you can give yourself a really nice guideline on what to cut. So now that it's cut out, I started prying it away with a screwdriver. And you can see the inner wheel well inside, but you want to make sure that you only cut through quarter panel and not through the inner wheel well, because you're going to need that material to weld back onto your new wheel arch. So I'm going to go ahead now and pry this off the rest of the way, mark out where I want to make the slits on the inner wheel well, and then I could fold that up and start tacking it. Alright, so we got this off, and there's some spot welds that go along the bottom here. So you can either drill them out, cut them, grind them, whatever you want to do, hit them off with a hammer like I did. But now I can go ahead and make some slits in this, and take those pieces, fold them up so that it meets with this, and weld it along there, and then cut off the excess. Alright, so I got those slits cut out, and now I can start to fold these up to meet the new arch, and tack those in place. So I'm going to go ahead and bend all these up and hammer them in place, get them to fit as best as I can. half of it welded on. The second half I need to do. Obviously I'll go back then and grind all this down. Alright, got it all welded up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and grind all this down. You can still see it hangs over about a 1/4 inch, so I'm gonna grind that down so it's flush. So I went ahead and ran another weld all the way around. When I started grinding down, the weld started to crack, so I went ahead and re-welded the whole thing, and they look better than the last time. So I'm just gonna take a flap disc and try to blend this, and should be good. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that looks pretty good for what it is. So, just gotta get some seam sealer yet, and put some seam sealer on the whole edge, and just give it a quick shot of primer, and do the same thing on the other side. But I'm gonna quick throw the wheel back on to see how much clearance I have. I want to lower the car probably about 1 inch from where it was. The quarter panel was sitting on the tire before, so I'm gonna throw the wheel back on real quick. So we got the wheel back on, and we got plenty of room now. So like I said, I'll be lowering the car about 1 inch, so I'll still have about 2 inches of clearance, which should be plenty. But that's pretty much it for the video. I'm just gonna continue to do what I did on this side to the other side, and that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna throw the over fender back on and start getting to the other side.